In ancient Israel, cities had to be walled to keep invading nations at bay. A city without walls back then was defenseless, and any nation that wanted to conquer it would do so with ease. So when Jerusalem was in ruins after years of being attacked and invaded, a captive Israelite in the land of Babylon had a burden to rebuild it. The Babylonian king's cupbearer Nehemiah envisioned reconstructing Jerusalem after 140 years of being mostly demolished. And throughout the rebuilding of Jerusalem and its walls, we see Nehemiah's leadership. First, he assessed the situation and prayed. For 4 months, Nehemiah prayed and carefully examined the damage in the city. After this, he made known his vision to the people. He told the people in Nehemiah 2:17, "Ye see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. Come, and let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach." He imparted his vision of a Jerusalem, rebuilt and renewed, one that will no longer be known for as a desolated city. And then, he leveraged the right leaders. With God's assistance, Nehemiah was able to not only persuade the business leaders to build certain parts of the walls, but he also persuaded Eliashib, the high priest, to lead the charge. Nehemiah was able to mobilize many people for a united purpose. From this, we can say that he was an excellent leader. While building walls around the cities may no longer be relevant in our time, keeping our churches protected from the many worldly forces that try to destroy it still is. And like Nehemiah, our pastors are at the forefront. They lead the charge in proclaiming the gospel, in teaching the word, and in keeping the church in the right observance of biblical doctrines. As a member of God's church, a believer ought to share the vision of his pastor and be obedient to whatever ministry or function his pastor allows him to serve in. In the book of Nehemiah, we do not only learn about Nehemiah's persistence and faithfulness, we can also see throughout the whole book the obedience, submission, and commitment of God's people to fulfill their collective vision. That's how Nehemiah was able to write in chapter 6 verse 17, "So the wall was finished in the 25th day of the month Elul, in 52 days. Brethren, let us be like the nation of Israel during the time of Nehemiah."